And after this, I will teach you how to upload our record onto YouTube. Basically, every class we have with our student, we will record and upload to YouTube. Okay, please share screen. It's in the center. Yeah. All right. So let's start from the your idea about I think first.
Okay, so here I've
Hmm.
an article, so let me read it for you and let me elaborate it.
Sure.
So for me, what I've read from and understood
Mm-hmm.
in the about the I think education is it focuses on making learning enjoyable for the minds of different individuals because I believe that every student has their own way of learning. So with its courses designed for task-based learning and its teachers are also encouraged to practice um, to make their approaches based on the principle of TR01 or the teach less, learn more. Its activities are aimed to make students as curious, down, and eager to learn everything, so that students are encouraged to not just learn within the classroom, but also to go abroad as they immerse themselves into the local environment and develop global perspectives for their personal future purposes like studying, working, and making their own business, hopefully. So most importantly, I think uses the power of I, which is love, because I think believes that it is the most powerful driving force of education. So I think mainly uh, is like a journey, like traveling with the students as the tourists, the teachers as a tour guide, and its core system as and activities as its maps or map.
Okay. All right. I like your perspective, and I think you can fully understand our concept for the education. So thanks for that. Next one.
So, with the next question, how to maintain a good learning experience
Mm-hmm.
for students?
Mm-hmm.
I think with the use of with while following the center's
Mm-hmm.
motto, we make learning enjoyable as well
Mm-hmm.
as following every policy in conducting classes, which are
Mm-hmm.
preparing for the lesson with the help of the supervisor if you have any questions, being on
Mm-hmm.
time, or the following the punctuality policy is very important as well in guiding students step by step, but still giving them the freedom to ask questions and list their ideas, giving student appropriate and encouraging feedbacks to um, boost their motivation. So maintaining a good learning experience for students can be achieved by doing those and helping students develop, most especially their creative confidence without them noticing it. By this, they will have the learning experience while maintaining the wonderful lifelong spirit. So to do it, the teacher needs to know the student's learning condition at first. That's why we are um, having the FTL or lesson to learn to know their weaknesses and strengths as well, and to communicate with the student energetically and be friendly to them. Okay, that's it.
All right. So what would be the keywords, like one word you can think about the maintain, like keep student mm, willing to learn? Like let's talk about motivation. What would be the most important keywords you think? The key points about students' motivation.
I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to commend their efforts and their achievements
Mm-hmm.
will keep them motivated throughout the lesson and throughout the course, since they know by that they will know that they are doing something great and they will be motivated more by doing the same or doing more or exerting more effort.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you think the achievement during the class will help for a student to gain confidence?
Oh, not only that
Mm-hmm.
they will know their progress, but they would
Mm-hmm.
also be encouraged to do more, um, because you're commending and you were addressing uh, their achievements. So,
Mm-hmm.
of course, I think every person is being can be motivated by receiving praises from your achievements. So, they would also know that they are learning.
Mm-hmm. How about application in daily life? How student like when we teach something and let the student to try it in the real situation and the completion of the learning will be ended in the real situation. Do you think that's going to help to create motivation?
Of course, most especially if that's a student goal, and I think um, most of the students will still be able to use what they've learned in the real life. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a great motivation. Most importantly, to let the student set a goal, and if that happens, just like what you said, if they will be able to um, apply it in the real life and have it as the achievement, well, that's I think that's a perfect product of learning.
Okay. Do you have student who's already who learned with you, studied with you for more than half a year?
More than half a year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yes, but very few.
Okay. Can you tell me about your experience?
Okay, so I had one student I can still remember him.
Mm-hmm.
He's a salesman, so um, in Japan. So basically, his goal was to be able to communicate with foreign customers.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did, what I did for the class or lesson plan was mostly more on conversational English there.
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to study with me for 6 months or so, and he was also able to take up TOEIC examination or TOEIC
Mm-hmm.
there. hmm Well, I was able to see his progress,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, I think it's one of the teachers' main role and main duty to
Mm-hmm.
track their progress and to be able to give them feedbacks and while doing, I mean, by doing so, I was able to motivate him and to boost his confidence,
Mm-hmm.
not only by talking to me or giving an effort to use the English language in our classes conversationally, but also outside and be able to use his skills in his job as well. And that was his goal. So I'm very happy that I was able to help him. And
Mm-hmm.
now, um, yeah, I really want to know as
Mm-hmm.
well how well he's doing.
That's good. It's a nice process of the learning and the period of time. I believe he learned a lot from you because there are three key points for a student who would like to continue to learn to achieve the next level to improve. The first one is clear learning purpose. The purpose, like why you want to learn. So purpose is the first one, and then it must be useful, right? You learn something useful can apply into the real situation and into your life. So the third key point will be, of course, related to real life, like related to his company. So related to his friends. That's why he is happy with his learning, and that's also a very important thing as we teacher have to create that environment for student to experience those experience to experience these from our class materials and what we prepare for them. So again, they are not copycat. They are uh, it has a purpose to learn, and we are going to help them to accomplish to fulfill this goal. So yeah, I think these three key points you can edit in your Word file, and this one finish, and we can do the last one.
Right.
Okay, so let's talk about punctuality.
Okay, so I think that punctuality is the most important policy in the center or in any other institution for a fully effective flow of the system, since everything has been planned ahead based on what I've read in the policy as well. So teachers must be able to prepare for their lessons and also must be able to ask for advices or ask questions to their supervisors ahead of time if you are going to um, be late or not be on time in doing all of those. Everything will be affected. So it applies to every party, the student and the teacher. So since making the most of each time will bring the most benefit for them both. So that's it.
Okay, have you experienced a student late for your class or didn't show up?
Oh, yeah, yes, I did a lot of times as well.
How do you feel and how you handle it before?
Oh, of course, I needed to know what was the reason why they were absent or they
Mhm.
were late. Well, if it's very valid, of course, I need to understand the student and I need to cope up with them by um, adjusting the lesson plan and the schedule as well because um, mainly most of their reasons are because of work. So they're actually learning for work as well. So I need to understand that. And of course, for most of the time, I also felt bad since, um, I mean, not most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
only a few times that I felt bad since it made me feel like they're not serious about learning. So, and also that having classes with me is not fun. So
Mm-hmm.
that also made me think about the student being late or absent.
Okay. All right. So, what other in your previous center, how they make sure the student will be able to attend the class on time and the teacher will also show up on time?
Of course, there are policies, and by means of
Mhm.
policies, there are penalties and
Mhm.
such as salary deduction
Mhm.
for the teachers. And in the positive side, they also give incentives for group academics.
Mhm.
For the students, they encourage their students to be punctual by doing the same,
Mm-hmm.
having panel system with their program. So as they pay, as they pay their fees, it will also
Mm-hmm.
get affected if they are absent or late. So there you go. And I never, well, luckily I've never experienced a
Mm-hmm.
student that was late in my classroom or institution that I worked for. So they are all very punctual and
Mm-hmm.
eager to learn, that they are coming very early, earlier than the teachers actually,
Mm-hmm.
just to learn how, and also they're using their time. I mean, they're using their early time in the class to study and
Yes.
prepare for the lesson. So that's a motivation as well for the teachers.
Mm. All right. Thank you so much for the sharing and congratulations. You finished the three chapters for the first day training, and I will give you some remarks after the day, and we will move on to the number four tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. So we can end off the meeting now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Sturgeon.
So after after the meeting, the software will convert the record into video, and then once it's complete, um, you will upload it to YouTube channel, and then send me the link so I can put it in the folder on our official page, the YouTube. Of course, uh, only some videos are open public, and most of the record is just for our center's reference and checkup.